Good evening once again. Welcome to the video lecturer part 3 on the circular shafts. So in this video we shall continue with the second question. A bar of circular cross section having a diameter 50 mm is firmly fixed at its ends and subjected to a torque at B and C as shown in the figure. Determine the maximum angle of twist and shear stresses. Take G is equal to 7 into 10 to the power 4 Newton per mm square and Young's modulus as 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. So first, given figure, you model it as a 1D bar element like this. Okay. So here, how many nodes are there? Definitely there will be 2 nodes at its ends, and load is given at this point as well as this point. Hence totally 1, 2, 3, 4 nodes you must have. Okay, 4 nodes you must have. So first element has a 2 meter length, second and third has 1 meter length each. Okay. So in this question he has given and he has calculated the value of polar moment of inertia. In the earlier problem he has not done directly, he has calculated, but in this figure or in this question it is calculated. J equal to pi d4 by 32. So listen carefully, we have a 3 elements here, 3 elemental stiffness matrix we need to find it out. Okay. So the first element, again Jg by L, 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. One more very important thing to be noted down here is second and third element has same length, same diameter, same G and J values. Hence you will get same values for both of the matrix, right? Second and third element. But first element has a different length compared to these two, right? So it has a 2 meter length, but hence it will change, right? Okay, so here we have a G value. This is J, that is to be taken from this value J, and L is 2000 mm, because this 50 mm is what? Diameter is given in 50 mm. That's why he has converted all the values in terms of mm. Okay. So this is about the first elemental stiffness matrix, and second and third has the same value, hence same value you will get. So then assemble it. So this element has 1, 2. Nodes are 1, 2. And this element has a nodes 2, 3. This element has a node 3 and 4. Hence you will get 4 by 4 stiffness matrix you will get. Okay. Because of 4 nodes, 4 by 4 stiffness matrix. Each has a 1 degree of freedom. So now torque values. So torque values, T1 is 0 because it is fixed, and T4 is also 0 because it is again fixed, and T2 has 1 kilonewton meter, T3 has 1.5 kilonewton meter. Both are taken in a positive sense because of the anti-clockwise direction. Now directly coming to the equilibrium equation, that is K into theta is equal to torque. So this is K, this is the global stiffness matrix after assembling these 3 elemental stiffness matrix, and theta values are 4 values, theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, theta 4, and 0, 1, 1.50, these are the torque values. Okay. So now apply the boundary condition. Which are the nodes fixed? 1 and 4th node is fixed, hence theta 1 is equal to theta 4 is equal to 0. Only find theta 2 as well as theta 3. Okay. So again with the help of your calci, 2 equations, 2 unknowns, you will get the value theta 2 as well as theta 3. Is this clear? Fine. Now coming to the shear stress values. Here we have GR by L minus 1, 1, theta 1, theta 2. So put all the values which are already there. Remember here diameter is given as a 50 mm, right? So radius will be half of the diameter. Hence diameter is 50 mm, so radius is 25. In all the cases it is 25 only because it is a uniform diameter, right? Okay. So GR by L minus 1 plus 1 theta 1 theta 2. So all the values are same here except these values, theta values. Just substitute the values and find the result of each of the elemental shear stress. Okay, so GR by L, again GR by L, GR by L. Here minus 1 into theta 1 is minus theta 1, 1 into theta 2 is plus theta 2. But theta 1 is 0, only theta 2 value is to be taken here. So then theta 2 into this value will give you tau 1. Similarly here, minus 1 into theta 2, 1 into theta 3. So it is minus theta 2 plus theta 3. Again substitute, multiply this, we will get the result. Similarly, for the element number 3, we have theta 3, theta 4, right? So minus 1 into theta 3, 1 into theta 4. As we know that theta 4 is 0. So hence this is 0. Only minus 1 into theta 3 will be theta 3 value. Here you need to keep and then multiply with this value. You will get tau 3 as minus 66.23 Newton per meter square. So this is about the second question. Okay. We shall continue the next question in the next video lecture. Thank you.